Hello everybody, today I'm going to share with you my iMac G3. Now I actually have a video of this guy already on my channel, but it's a pretty cool machine, so I thought I would share it with you all again. I bought this thing off Craigslist a long time ago for I think $32 or $34, something like that. And it came with its original Pro keyboard and Pro mouse. Now I know for a fact this actually came from a local school, so I probably bought it off of one of the teachers that work at that school. Or it could have been somebody else who got one when the school was getting rid of their iMac G3s. Now if I'm not mistaken, this is a summer 2000 model, and it's ruby red, as you can see. We'll turn it on its side so you can really see it. It's a very nice ruby red. And I really like the red color of this. It's really cool. Take a look at the other side too. Take a look at the back while we're at it. You can see here some of the paint and other things saying that it was in a school right up against the wall, because it's obviously been moved around. I haven't gone to the length of actually getting rid of the paint, as this part is against the wall, so I don't see it anyway. Of course you have your handle right up here, which I wouldn't really recommend carrying the thing from that handle. Maybe just to get it started lifting it up, because it's all plastic, it might break. Of course you have your power cord here as well, and we'll get to the ports in a second. So anyway, like I said, this is a summer 2000 model. It has a PowerPC G3 400 MHz processor inside of it. Here you can see the slot load CD drive. It only reads and I think burns CDs. Maybe it doesn't burn CDs. It might. But anyway, it reads CDs definitely. It is not a DVD drive at all. And I'll share a bit more on that a little later. On the front you can see two of the headphone jacks. Of course, another thing saying that it was for school so that kids could plug in their headphones. And of course you have your power button here as well. You know what, let's take off the camera and take a closer look. Okay, so once again we'll take another look at the headphone jack here, and of course the slot for the CD drive. Power button. Of course you have your speakers here. I believe they're Harman Kardon. I can't remember. I think so. And of course you have the iMac logo as well. If we turn it on its side, we can see more of the ports. We can see a headphone jack, or external speaker jack. See a microphone port, two FireWire 400 ports, excuse me. We have a phone jack port there. We have two USB 1.1 ports, unless it's just 1.0. I think it's 1.1. Ethernet. And of course we have some reset and I think a program button or something down there as well. And of course, again on the back, we have our power plug port as well. Underneath this here, if you take it off, there is a VGA port, which you can kind of see right there. It does not add another monitor, it only mirrors the monitor that is here. So it doesn't act as a secondary display, it just acts for if you want to use it for a projector or something like that. Up top, we have the Apple logo again, and of course a microphone. On the other side, as we already have seen, there's not really anything other than the really cool insides of the machine itself. So, I will go ahead and plug in the keyboard, mouse, and plug in the power, and let's take a look at it turning on. Okay, so we now have this machine plugged in with its original keyboard and mouse. Of course, the only thing that isn't original is the power cord. So, let's go ahead and turn it on. So let's push the power button. Now I believe in my last video of this machine I had it running 10.3, but I've since been able to get 10.4 onto this machine. I tried that a long time ago, but it never worked. Obviously, because this has a CD drive and doesn't read DVDs, and I have 10.4 on a DVD. I believe 10.4 also came on CDs, but those are really hard to find. So what I did is I plugged this in through FireWire 400 to my iMac G4, which has a super drive in it, and installed it onto the hard drive on this computer. Now originally when I was trying to do that, I was using my MacBook Pro early 2011, and obviously being that's an Intel, probably didn't want to install very nicely onto a PowerPC machine. So having two PowerPC machines of around the same time, just 2-year difference, obviously made all the difference because here it is running 10.4.11 fantastically. Here we have our desktop. I've done my best to try to reduce the flickering to its smallest amount, so I apologize for any flickering you see. Of course, in real life you don't see that, that's just what the camera is picking up. This machine originally came with a 10 gigabyte hard drive, which I replaced with an 80 gigabyte hard drive, with my mind thinking of using this machine for music. But I have since used my iMac G4 for music, as the speakers on that are way better than the speakers on this. Obviously I could plug in external speakers, and that's what I might do in the future. So let's go up to the Apple of talking about that random stuff. This is a 400 MHz PowerPC G3 machine with 1 gig of RAM. I believe when I got this it only had 128 or something. I currently have this thing hooked up to Ethernet, so we will take a look at how browsing is here on this machine, for the internet anyway. Of course there's Safari, but I download 10.4 Fox. This is the G3 version for 10.4.11, and it works quite well. So let's go ahead and take a look at it. See how an iMac G3 performs in 2015. I have this computer connected through Ethernet. It does have an airport card inside of it, but it's the older style airport card, which does not support the newer types of security on Wi-Fi. So let's try a website. And there we go. There's Lighting Gallery. See, scrolling fast here isn't smooth at all, but what do you expect for a computer of this age? It's amazing that it can actually still load this page very nicely without any problems. Let's type something into Google. And there we go. Everything here on Google is all the way it is on a modern computer. All these things are just the way they should be. And you can go ahead and scroll through everything. Now, watching YouTube on a machine like this is totally out of the question. I believe this machine only has 8 megabytes of video RAM, so you're not going to get a lot done with something that is that graphic intense for a computer of this age. This thing is 15 years old, so it's amazing that I can at least do this, like I said earlier. If you probably tried to do YouTube, I think it would just get stuck at the ad, or if it does decide to load, it would only do the audio and not the video. So let's quit that, and we'll take a look at Safari here too, in case anyone ever wants to use that. There, 10.4 Fox just quit. Trying to keep this thing as focused as I can. And here it's just going to want to load its own Apple website. And there we go. It's going to change picture here in a minute, so we'll see how well it does that. It didn't even move over, it just kind of changed. It does it. And scroll down and you can see everything. It works. It does the job. For a 15-year-old computer, it does it quite well. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video, a little review of iMac G3 in the modern day of 2015. Once again, hope you enjoyed, and also please comment, rate, and subscribe, and thank you very much for watching.